wanted to introduce one of my friends, Cam Ainsworth. That's her. She actually lives in Hawaii right now, and she's in town visiting some friends, and we got to hang out a little bit today, catch up. So I'm glad she came by. But I just wanted to get to know her a little bit more, like things that I haven't asked her about before. So maybe some things I have asked you about as well.
Yeah.
What originally made you want to move to Hawaii, though?
It sounds so stupid, but really I think that it was like deep rooted within me. I think that like my parents got eloped in Hawaii whenever they were really young and then took us there growing up, and I went there over spring break in March, and I've always just obviously been like a huge beach girl. Not necessarily like Hawaii girl, just because that's not the most realistic thing to be. But whenever I went over spring break with like the girls over my birthday, I just decided there. Like on the last day, everybody was kind of crying, and I did not shed a tear because I was so confident that I was coming back. I was like, I'm just going to make it work no matter what. I want this so bad. Like, whether it's for a long time or a short time, like, I just almost knew it. And then, this is kind of cute. Whenever I worked at Way Forward in 2022, which was, like, a backpacking ministry camp, blah, blah, blah place, at the end of the year, we did these awards, and I was 20 or 19 that summer, and I got an award that literally says most likely to run away to Hawaii and never come back.
So, so did it make you, or did you already know, like when that
I
happened?
totally already knew. That was just like my personality.
Oh, yeah.
Like the leadership gave everybody awards, like, or whatever, certificates on like whatever. Some of them were like most likely to like live full time in the woods, and that was like somebody, I don't know, like AC probably or something like that,
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
And mine was the run away to Hawaii and never come back. So I just think that that's always been my personality.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't
And my
doubt
destiny.
it. I mean, 10 minutes ago, you were like hanging out of my window, driving around the neighborhood. And that's just a common thing for you. But yeah,
I'm a big hang out of the window girl.
I do think your energy is pretty unmatched, which I know, like, you know, you're cool. So there's nothing new there. But it's the heightened joy over like the little things that's so fun. I know like you haven't been in Texas for a while, but driving around Austin and you were like, oh my gosh, the trees. Like, I don't know. It's cool to see you get excited about things that like most people just don't notice anymore because they take it for granted, or I don't know. It's like, why do we not think about those things consistently? And why do we not get so excited about them like we used to? So, childlike wonder.
That's so sweet that you just said that. That actually makes me want to cry. That's so sweet.
And it's intoxicating. Like, when you're around that, you start to notice those things too. So, I think that's why it's like really fun to be around you, because you remind people to think about those things.
That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm not joking. Whenever I'm in Hawaii, and it's totally different because Hawaii is better than Texas. On like
Nah.
On like a what is a good word? Like on a what kind of level? Because I think that Texas is better than Hawaii in some ways.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for a specific word. Hawaii is better than Texas in like a almost like magical way. you just don't see dolphins in Texas. Like, that's what I'm talking about. And
I see what you're saying.
like that kind of thing. And I work on a boat in Hawaii, and I'm very fortunate. I get to see like dolphins and turtles, and I see eagle rays, and it's whale season, so I'm really hoping that I get to see whales soon. And I see dolphins and turtles basically every single day that I work. And something that I'm really, really trying to not let myself do is to get used to that, because it's my job to see those sea turtles. And like, I work on a charter boat where it's like a snorkeling tour guide, and so that is literally my job. And every single time that I see them, I'm taking out tourists who have most of the time never seen that thing or swam with those animals, and they freak out. And I am still really new to it, so I freak out every single time too. But it'll be a terrible day for me and my world if I ever get used to that, and I ever think that that's a common thing. And it's so easy because obviously trees, just like are not as cool as seeing dolphins. But I have been trying to learn to apply that to everything. Like in Hawaii, that has been teaching me a lot. I tell myself that almost every single day. Like even on my walks, whenever I see little like beautiful plumeria flowers, that is so cool, and they're just like in hand's reach. I can pluck one out, put it in my hair on every single walk that I go on. And I'm always reminding myself I don't want to get used to this, and I don't ever want to take this for granted, or like think that this isn't cool. I never want to walk past it or see a dolphin and be like, oh yeah, dolphin. I never want to do that. And I'm trying to also apply that to everything. And also I really miss Texas, and like I have not seen a color changing normal like pine oak tree in 6 months. So that was really cool to me. The trees are like, obviously you can tell, fall, and I love palm trees, but it was so sweet seeing like that color. There's not many fall colors in Hawaii right now. It's all very like luscious and green and blue, which is also perfect, but I missed the fall. That's so sweet that you said that.
No, and that makes me think, like, getting to go to Colorado a lot over the last couple years. At first, it was just so insane to see the mountains, like,
right?
Because I didn't grow up seeing them a lot. I had gone skiing like a couple times, and that's really it. And I started having questions of like, okay, if I were to live here, like, okay, how do the locals not freak out when they walk out their front door and see
or
the
when there's like the
peaks?
Mountains behind the Targets, you know? I'm like, what?
It's like, I always told myself, oh, I'll never be like that. And I've already noticed just the frequency that I've been able to go up there. I treat it differently. And it's kind of sad. It's like, I need to make an effort to do that differently and look at them the same way I used to, and still appreciate them for what they are. So, and that's just like not just the mountains, but everything in Colorado that's so beautiful.
Totally.
So, yeah, it's got to be hard, but I think it's good that you're already thinking about it living there.
Yeah. It is so crazy. It's so different. Like I feel like this is the number one thing that I say about Hawaii. I feel like everything that I'm missing in Hawaii, I have in Texas. Everything that I'm missing in Texas, I have in Hawaii. And so that just kind of, as soon as I like touch grass here on the mainland, back in the state, every single time I'm just like, oh my God. It's like every single thing that I was missing in Hawaii is here, and then vice versa also. So it's definitely helped me notice a lot more, and be more appreciative, you know. I just feel like, and I am so grateful because I am so much a summer girl, but I've literally been living in summer for 8 months.
Yeah.
It's been like nothing less than 75 degrees for the last 8 months for me, and I can swim every single day, and so it's the first time that I'm like not experiencing seasons, which Again, I'm not bad about whatsoever. I love summer. But I didn't realize how much I like would miss. I feel like if I was living here, I would never go outside and be like, "Oh my gosh, that tree's so beautiful." I would be like, "Those trees are dead." You know?
Oh, totally. Yeah. That's kind of fun. Heck
I
yeah.
love those shoes so much.
Thank you. I was yeah, I don't have crazy style. I think I've had these for like 4 years.
No, the Face Fire pants, love them. The Sendero shirt, love.
Oh,
Shoes,
yeah.
love. Hat, love.
Can't go wrong with the turtle box hat.
Can't go
Really
wrong
can't.
with Turtle Box hat.
No.
And this will be our break to sponsor Turtle Box.
Here's an ad.
Here's an ad.
That
We love
made.
Turtle Box. Please sponsor this video and send us $1 billion and 1 billion Turtle Boxes.
Please.
Send me one for Hawaii. Please.
Yeah, maybe we can do that. I can't do that. But.
I sure as hell can't either, so.
Okay. So I know you used to lead backpacking in Colorado at Way Forward.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that those challenges of like being at a camp and leading others in a physically challenging environment, how is that different than like the challenges that you're facing being in Hawaii with a completely new like community, and it's like almost individual, like you're going at it alone instead of like leading a group?
Yeah.
Do they correlate at all, or is it just completely different?
Honestly, they're so different, but so much of the time I think back and I think that I'm really glad that I did that. Or just like I find myself a lot of the time like thinking that helped me in that moment, or like doing that job at that point in my life helped me do whatever I was doing in that moment. I catch myself feeling that way a lot. They're very, very, very different. I don't know that this will really answer that question whatsoever, but that summer Way Forward's motto is like do hard things. That's like literally their number one thing. And that shit was hard.
I bet.
Like, that shit was hard. I thought that it was like camping and stuff.
That would be like a walk in the park compared to what you're doing.
That was really bad. We did trail training, which was 6 days out in the Rocky Mountains in May, the second week of May. So it was blizzarding, and I got bronchitis in not one, but 2 of my lungs that week, and stayed on the mountain for 6 days straight and slept with boys and girls in a blizzard, in the rain, pretty freaking malnourished, eating PBEB, and...
What is that?
Peanut butter energy bar. PBEB.
Oh, okay.
Did you see my close friends today?
No.
Okay, get with it. Oh, shoot! You don't have Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you really quick. And then if the podcast was actually running, we would put the screenshot in because it's really funny.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So on my plane, I told you how the TVs didn't work. I went through my notes, and this was one of them. This was literally from the summer 2022. PBHCR, 78 ounces of peanut butter, 17.5 ounces of honey, 4 ounces of cinnamon, and 15.5 ounces of raisins. That was the recipe for a trail meal called PBHCR, peanut butter, honey, cinnamon, raisin, baby. And I could whoop you up a batch. And yeah, that's what I was eating.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I kind of want to go make some right now.
It's really good, genuinely. And if you add like scoops of protein, it is solid.
Dang.
Put them in the freezer, roll them up into little balls. But it was really effing hard. Like living in the woods like that. cooking the meals, peeing and pooping in the dirt. It was bad. Like, it was scary. I would wake up for like freezing cold is an understatement. Freezing cold. My freaking little baby nose was so cold. And then you have to get up and go pee. And there's like this thing where basically imagine you're freezing cold in your sleeping bag and it's like late at night and you really have to pee and you're like, oh my God, I cannot get out. It's like snowing out there. Your body is using so much energy and so much of the heat that your body should be using to keep yourself warm, trying to hold that pee in and keep your pee warm. So it's best if you always get up and go piss. And that sucks. You have to have that mentality though. It's like, I have to get up and go pull my pants down in the woods in the middle of the night where there is definitely a black bear within 200 feet of me, minimum, 100% at all times. And I have to go do this and it'll keep me warm. And that just sucks. And it taught me that I could do hard things and that this is what was my name for the summer, a badass girl guide, baby. Bag. BAGG. Yep, badass girl guide.
Double G.
BAGG. Get with it. And I think that a lot in Hawaii. Like, this is gonna sound really stupid, but whenever I'm riding my bike, I don't have transportation. I have to ride the bus and my bicycle. And Hawaii is very hilly. Most of the time I'm climbing 200 feet on that bike on any bike ride that I go to, and it's very hot. And so I'm like sweaty, I'm dripping in sweat. I'm like going under highways. It smells literally like ass. I'm about to get hit by cars because nobody pays attention. And I'm like dripping in sweat and I'm going up a hill and I have to stop and walk my bike. I always tell myself I have done stuff so much harder than this, and 9 times out of 10, that thing that I did that was harder than that is that Way Forward and was doing that kind of ish. That was really hard. And you've experienced stuff like that.
I don't know if even that bad, honestly.
Well, it was probably only that bad because I did it for 6 days and that was for training. The trips weren't that long, but you've definitely done backpacking in pretty crazy circumstances and like conditions before.
Most recently was probably the most tough.
Mount Rainier?
No, Mongolia, actually. It wasn't even backpacking. We were hunting. So every day we would drive around and then we would get out and hike for a while. But it was just nonstop and it was 5 days. And we had a camp that we'd come back to, but it was just minimal sleep. It was totally. I was filming, so I was working, and so like mentally always straining. Very not as hard as what you did.
Don't say that. There's no comparing. It's
it definitely pushed me though. Like I think mentally more than the physical side.
Totally.
Of, like I have to keep doing this. Like I can't stop tomorrow.
Totally.
I gotta keep going. So.
Yeah. Something that is crazy that someone asked me the other day and I have literally not been able to stop thinking about it is how long do you think you could walk genuinely? And that sounds so stupid, but like think about it. There are people who run 100 miles. There is a race that is 100 miles long and I follow an influencer who does that like twice a year, and that is running and he does it without stopping. Obviously pees and eats, but he's not stopping still. He'll like stop to pee. Dude. But that is crazy. And if you think about how long you can walk, our bodies can, and there's also that one thing where it's like our bodies say stop, like our brain says stop when we're only at 20%. And like you have 80% left in the tank, but your brain is telling you to stop because it's uncomfortable. But really like you have 80% left. And I was thinking about that and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it, where it's like, realistically, I don't know, but like we could walk a really, really, really long time because all it is, you can go as slow as you want, is putting one foot in front of the other. Like, yeah, your feet are going to blister, but you can almost literally like 99.99999% of the time, even if all 10 of your toes are bleeding and you're barefoot walking on glass, you can almost always put a foot in front of the other. Even if it hurts, your body can still do it and it'll suck. But I've been thinking about that. And that's crazy. Like, when I've been walking so much in Hawaii, like, my feet are my transportation, which sucks. But I will literally walk, like, 7 miles. And I'm like, damn, my feet hurt. There are blisters on my heels. I literally could probably walk, like, a lot more miles. I would not
So
want
many.
to.
It would suck, but
It would suck.
yeah,
But we could. And it's totally mentality.
totally.
It's your brain.
Yeah,
Like, your body can do it if your brain lets you.
which is pretty trippy to think about.
So weird.
Because it's also the stakes. It's like, okay, yeah, you walk 7 miles to get somewhere, work, I don't know what. You had a reason. You probably wouldn't have done that if you didn't have a reason.
Totally.
And then beyond that, it's like, oh, I could probably walk 7 more right now,
Right?
but I don't have any reason to, and therefore your brain makes it like pointless to even try.
Yeah.
So
And all
it
these
probably
excuses.
sounds harder because
Yeah.
of that.
Yep.
But
But isn't that crazy?
no, that is
Somebody
crazy.
asked me that, and they were like, how long do you think you could walk? And I bet it's hundreds of miles.
Oh yeah.
Like, walking. You can go as slow as you want. It could take months, and you could eat, and somebody could follow you with whatever. But, like, I bet you that you could do it for a long-ass time.
All I'm thinking about right now is Forrest Gump.
Me too. I wanted to say that, but I thought that would sound so stupid. I was thinking about that. I'm picturing him with the long hair and the red hat.
Yeah, and he's like somewhere in like Arizona or something.
Yes,
dumb.
literally. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so we're gonna do a walking challenge sometime this year.
Like, I bet you could walk the entire state of Texas.
We
If
should
I had good company and a beer, I could.
We
Dead ass.
and maybe a horse.
And a horse.
Is that cheating?
No.
It's
it can walk
Texas.
along. It's Texas.
Yeah, you just like hold the reins. You don't even get on it. You
Yeah,
just take
you
it
could,
with you.
but just like the,
Moral
I feel
support.
like the sound of its like feet would get me through. Literally, that is so peaceful to me. And like a good like little stream flowing, 100% I could do it. A good breeze of wind. It's like
Oh yeah.
68 degrees outside, maybe.
You just need to
71.
like go down to the Mexican border and walk the Rio Grande. That's what it sounds like now. That's what you're picturing.
I'll meet you there.
Oh, okay.
See you there.
That's what we're doing.
That's where we'll be. If you guys see us,
you-
follow us along.
Okay, do you think that translates to... Okay, I don't know why. Some days I sit down to edit and I feel like I could do it for hours on end and like nothing's going to stop me. And other days I sit down and it takes so much effort to even finish like a 30-second edit.
Totally.
So does that concept translate to mental struggles? Like, well, I know we said it was mental, but I don't know. How do you get over that? Like stakes or...
Yeah. This, I don't know if it's a good mental example, but sometimes whenever I work on the boat, each charter is 2 hours long and I'm in the water and I get there at 7 a.m. and I'm not done until about 5:30 p.m. and I'm in the hot sun doing lines. I'm like pulling lines. I'm swimming down 40 feet, swimming back up 40 feet, like pulling lines up out. Like it's like a long, it's like a 100-foot long rope. And I'm like pulling arm. It's very physically taxing. And most of the time by the second charter, it's like 11:30 a.m. by that time. And I've been out in the sun for 5 hours and I'm dog tired. And sometimes I think to myself, I'm like, damn, like I really want to go home. Like I don't even care if I'm making money. I want to go home. Like I'm very tired. I'm heat exhausted. I'm dehydrated. I don't want to swallow more salt water. Like I don't want to get back out in the water.
Yeah.
And it is like so hard for me to jump back in for the next charter and like get in that water again. And it's like I'm pruny and I'm tired and I have to swim and like hold people up sometimes.
Yeah.
And my brain is like everything in it wants to stop. But I have never gone home early. I finish the day every damn time.
Yeah.
Even whenever I'm so tired. And then I think about that the next time I feel that way. Like I'm like, I literally felt this way last week and I did all 4 to 5 charters and I survived. Like nobody's dying today. I'm not dying. Like, I can do this. It sucks. But you finish off the day, like, your feet still work. You can walk home. You could drive home, whatever. You eat a meal and you go to bed and you shower. Like, it's just so mental. It's crazy. Like, literally. And then it's over. And, like, by the time I'm in bed, there wasn't a difference to me. Like, it's not like, you know, it's not like, damn, I, like, can't believe I did all 4 charters. Don't even think about it. As soon as I'm done, I'm done. Like, I don't, you know, and it's so mental. Like, my body wouldn't know the difference if I did only 2 charters or 4 charters.
No, and I would argue that it's more satisfying to know that you, like, did what you needed to do.
Totally. And, like, what you committed to doing,
and what you committed to, yeah. It's so, I mean, I think about working out, too, and just, when you don't think you can do another set, and then you take a second, maybe you take a little bit longer than you have between the other ones, and all of a sudden you crank out another set. And it's like, wait, I could do another one.
And, like, with running also, like, sometimes whenever I get side stitched at, like, 2 miles, I'm like, I am not getting any more further than this. Like, I'm going to start walking. But I just did the turkey trot, and that was my first time doing that, and I got really bad side stitch. Running in Hawaii is different than anywhere else I've ever ran in my life. I was, like, doused in sweat. Half my clothes were off, literally, like, tied around my body by 0.2 miles in. It was crazy. It was so hot. It was so hot, and I'm, like, sweating, and so I don't have any water in my system already. And I remember being like, all I want to do, I'm just going to run half, walk half. Easiest turkey trot ever. I'm going to have a great Thanksgiving. And then I just ran the whole thing, and it's like, you just have to push through. Like, I had side stitch for, like, 10 minutes. You know, like, that's how long most people can run a mile. Like, it only hurts for 10 minutes, and then the second that you stop running, you don't even think about it anymore. The pain is gone almost within seconds. Like, you're a little sore, but literally, like, almost within seconds, you're totally fine. You're drinking water, you're walking again, like, you're breathing deeper. The side stitch goes away as soon as you start to slow down. Like, all is well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I actually could talk about that for hours, because that just goes to so many things, like pulling all-nighters too. Whenever I think about it, so many people are like, I have to go to bed, and it's like, you definitely should, because sleep is way better for you than pulling an all-nighter. But you can, like, you almost always can, unless you crash. You know?
Yeah. No, that's a good point. What was your craziest all-nighter? Unless it's inappropriate.
What? I have such bad memory. I'm so bad at that.
I hate getting asked questions of, like, what was, like, the best whatever.
Right?
And then my mind goes blank. I forget everything that I've ever done.
Literally.
But if I were to just think about it, I could remember everything.
Totally. Yeah. Literally.
So what's your craziest all-nighter? It could have been planned, or it could have been spontaneous. They're usually spontaneous.
Damn, I don't know. I'm really drawing a blank here. I used to be the queen of all-nighters in high school, though. I know that for a fact. I know that there was a couple sneak outs. Like junior year of high school. Or senior year, and me and my best friend Maddie, this is what we used to do whenever we'd sneak out. We would walk to Walmart.
Crazy.
Get candy and walk back. Like, on everything in me, that was what we would do. And all black too.
Wow, y'all committed to the sneaking out.
Yeah, we were
ninjas.
Simply ninjas, yeah.
Yeah.
We did a lot of that. And
it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah. Walmart is less than a mile away from my house also. So. Baddies. Okay, wait, I want to ask you a question.
Okay, I do have one more for you. but you can ask one.
No, you ask first.
Okay. I don't know how to phrase this. Also, you don't have to talk about this, but do you want to talk about your coffee?
You're so sweet.
I'm like so excited. Well, wait. Throwback. I met her at Polite in College Station.
Oh my gosh.
And I was sitting with Shane Grant, crazy videographer. You gotta see his stuff.
You're so sweet.
I think it's so funny shouting out my friends like that.
People will shout
No
you
one's
out like
watching
that, too.
this. Like,
No, they could.
no, but here's the deal. I met her at a coffee shop, and
I was working at the coffee shop.
She was working, and she was insistent that I try a chai latte. And I was like,
no,
sure.
My special chai. Let me just tell you, and I make a damn good chai. You come to me and let me make you this chai, and you will. He is weird. I am really good at this. Okay, it is an iced chai with oat milk and coconut and cold foam. Okay, I don't play about that drink. I got it down to the bone, and this hoe is a freak.
Look, maybe,
I just wanted to clarify that.
Maybe I just don't like chai.
And it's homemade chai also. I would like you to know it's homemade in the back of the house chai. Made fresh. It's not no store-bought tea shipped in chai. We brewed that shit. Boiled it with cinnamon and chai and all this other stuff. Okay? And also the syrup was homemade and so was the cold foam. Bye-bye.
Anyways, this sweet girl brought me a chai latte of sorts, and I worked with Shane for like another couple hours, and she came by again, and she was like, "Did you not like it?" And I'm pretty sure she
it was
had
full. It had 2 sips left in it.
Tears in her eyes. She was looking at my full cup.
Oh yeah, it only had 2 sips out of it.
She's never forgiven me. Actually.
No. I take that so personal. If you want to hurt me, say that I make a bad drink. Say it. If you want to hurt me, say that I'm not good at making coffee and I'm not good at making drinks.
It's the chai's fault. He
did that to me.
It's not you.
He did that to me.
It wasn't your quality of drink making. It was a great drink, I'm sure.
Also, I would like to add that I gave you guys like 3 free drinks before that. And so I just say that he was full and that you didn't want anything else to drink.
No.
I gave you guys a good cortado. I think I made you guys Shirley Temples too.
Sure.
Because I also make a damn good homemade Shirley Temple. Give me the right ingredients. I'm amazeballs.
But anyways, from then on, like, I've just like associated you with coffee and Polite, and I know you've worked in a lot of places with coffee. You know a lot of cool people in the industry, and you've been thinking.
I have been thinking about opening up a coffee shop.
She's been thinking.
By the time that this podcast is up and running, hopefully I'll have a coffee shop up and running.
You heard it here. I'm holding you to that.
Me too.
I'm posting this tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
No, I'm kidding.
I have worked in specialty coffee since I was 17. I worked in coffee before then. I have always said since I was probably 18, if anybody ever asked me what I wanted to do, I would always say, I want to work in coffee. I want to open up a coffee shop. My biggest dream was to open up a coffee shop and all these things. And the other day, somebody asked me that, and I just answered again, I want to open up a coffee shop. And it just kind of hit me different, and I was like, damn, how long am I going to say I want to open up a coffee shop? And when am I actually going to start getting on that ish? And so basically I'm just playing and toying with the idea of... You're so funny. You were like...
I'm listening.
With opening up a coffee shop. I'm trying to get something in the works, trying to start figuring out loans, trying to start figuring out what I can do as I live on an island 4,000 miles away from where I would want to open up said coffee shop, trying to talk to and reach out to a bunch of business owners that I know for small coffee shops, just trying to like journal and write down like cool ideas and cool coffee shops that inspire me. And there's a coffee shop called the Bird's Nest that I really love in Hawaii, that on the North Shore, that I love. And I spent Thanksgiving with the owners, and they're also, the girlfriend is from College Station, which is really cool. Moved to North Shore, I think started dating this guy or something, and they opened a really, probably the best coffee shop on the island, to me at least. And they use really cool beans, different sourcers and all this stuff. Very cool. And I got to talk to them, and I told them that this is what I wanted to do and stuff. And so yeah, right now I'm just kind of like in play mode of it, where I don't have to spend any money or anything logistical. I'm just dreaming. And I'm hoping to move to Austin in August and start getting them roots down and trying to find location out here somewhere, and find sourcers and people who want to give me money to do this. So yeah. And Colton is going to work with me, and we're gonna be partners for life. LYFE ho. And we're gonna do a podcast in the studio. I'm
waiting.
I officially ask you right here, right now.
Right here? Partners? Now. I'll go in. I need to learn how to get loans before I say that.
Me too. You and me both, sister.
Hey, real talk though, like I would love to talk about partnering somehow, even if it's like just financial. I don't know.
Bro, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, thank goodness.
No. No. The goal that I want my coffee shop to be is, I've worked in several coffee shops over the years, and I literally just want it to be like a pod of friends with different ideas, and I want it to be like a Mod Podge. Like, I've asked some of my close friends that I've met through coffee, and I want them to come, and I don't necessarily want it to be like Cam's coffee shop with her friends. I want it to be like everybody is putting in ideas, and it's like everybody's dream. I'm finding a lot of people. I'm lucky in the fact where a lot of my friends' dream is to open up a coffee shop, and I just want to do that with them, and we all just make a really cool coffee shop together, and it's good with community and like lots of things down the road. Obviously, I don't want to spoil it all, but I don't just want it to be Cam's coffee shop plus friends. Like, it's really important to me. I wouldn't love coffee and I wouldn't have this dream if it's not for the people that I literally want to open up this coffee shop with. And so it's only fair if their say and their hand is as much in it as mine is, if they so wish. So I obviously have so many ideas, but I want everybody who's a part of it to have so many ideas. And I basically just want this is a crazy thing. I literally want a skating rink in the back. Not like an ice skating rink, but like for skateboarders. And I just want it to be open like at night, and a little, I keep wanting to say half pipe. Like a...
Let her rip, I guess.
A thing, just like outdoors behind it, like in a parking lot behind it, and just a big one. I think that would be really cool and really random and funky. And I think that it would bring a entire badass community of skaters, and it could teach people how to skate. We could do skate lessons or whatever, rollerblading lessons, blah blah blah, whatever. And I think that it would be fun. And like, if other people have funky ideas like the podcast, we could also incorporate that into the coffee shop. I think that would be really cool. And a lot of my friends are in film, and I would love for like with roasting, I'm gonna be roasting from a lot of different countries, and I would think that it would be really cool to like send filmmakers out there to do whatever the hell they want. I'm not good in that area, and so I would like if like that could be their dream work and their playground, and they just like kind of get to have their hand on that and do whatever they want with that, and play and do what they're really good and talented at, because I'm not good and talented at film. No. Yet. Yes. Colton's going to buy me a $10,000 camera set, and then I'm going to be very good at film.
No, that's so cool that you've been thinking about that, and also that you want to bring others in on it because I don't know. I've been reading a book called Trust and Inspire, and it's just how to be a better leader. And a big thing they talk about is doing it first. A lot of people want to do things, and a lot of people desire to be led, and so taking the initiative to start something that you care about, that you see potential for others to be a part of, or like for you to facilitate them to grow or be able to work in places that they want to. I mean, that's what a good leader does. So,
You know that saying where it's like you are like your 5 closest friends?
mm-hmm.
That's literally what I want the coffee shop to be. Because I think that that's so true.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if somebody looked at me who didn't know me and like they had a description of me and then they saw 30 people that I know and love and saw descriptions of them, I really full-heartedly believe that they would be able to point to the 5 friends that are most like me. Obviously, if they had a description of like what they're like, even if they didn't know like what the correct answer was, because I am constantly learning and adoring my friends and wanting to be more like them. Like, that is all I want to do most of the time is I'm like, I want to be like this person. I want to be like this person. And it's really sweet. Like, a lot of my friends are way more patient than I am. And I'm constantly thinking to myself, I want to be just like that. And I want the coffee shop to be like that because there's so many things that I suck at that so many of my friends are amazing at. And I don't know. I just think that that's really cool. Like, I always say I never want to meet somebody who's just like me. First of all, the world would fucking explode.
Quite
literally would end. Like, not a joke. It would end. Like, that would be a bad thing. But also, that's just boring as hell. There already is one of me. No need for 2. And
no need.
I don't want a coffee shop that's just like me. I don't want that, or that's just my dream. Like, I feel like that would just be my house almost. Like, I don't know. Like, whatever. Anyways, I just think that it would be really cool and like at its peak potential. Then I would literally call it like Cam's personality, Cam's coffee shop, Cam's heart. Like, I want it to be this whole collective group thing where everybody's heart is in it and you get to see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you're suck and if you're not cool and if you're not indie and if, you know, you're not funny, then you can't be a part of it. Sorry. You have to be cool and funny and hilarious and amazing.
There will be auditions.
There will be auditions.
Yeah. We'll be reaching out. Maybe.
Yeah. So.
I'm still waiting on my email for an audition.
I'm still waiting on mine too.
What time is it?
Guess.
I kind of saw it. 4:34.
No!
Did I see
You have
it?
dyslexia. It's 4:43.
No! You have dyslexia.
You have dyslexia. That's so funny.
Okay, you also, I'll say one more thing and then we can be done. The idea of your coffee shop, including more people to make it something greater than it could be if you just went after like creating it for yourself or out of your own ability, is something I really want to do in my videography. Yeah. And I really suck at it because I'm just bad about trying to do everything myself.
Yeah.
And that's all I've really known, like truly, is I get a project or I have an idea and if I don't do it, it's not going to get done. But I'm trying to learn about, okay, bring people in, like let people excel at what they're really good at it.
Yeah.
And I have no issue like wanting to learn from people who are good at things, but I want to like completely hand over segments of my business or my projects to people because I trust them. And
yeah, that's really cool.
I'm trying to get better at that because it's really hard.
Yeah, totally.
So, heck yeah.
Okay, we're going to do rapid fire questions to ask. Rapid fire, Colton.
Like, we're asking back and forth?
No, I'm asking you questions. You have to answer them quick. And they're kind of a little deep.
I don't know if I didn't. I don't know if I signed up for that.
You did. You ready?
Maybe.
Deep breath.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
What type of boat are you?
Ski boat, like 80s.
What are you a firm believer in?
Your perspective is possibly the most important thing.
Power outfit.
Oh, shit. Cowboy boots, Wranglers, button down, felt hat.
What song do you know every single lyric to?
Love Story? That's a bad answer.
Green flag. If you could live in any time era, what era would you live in?
Oh, 1800s. Like 1870s to 90s.
Damn. What is your favorite thing to talk about?
Ooh. Nerdy answer, film, for sure. I can riff on that. Yeah, I'll just go with that.
Okay. If you could live in any fictional world, what world would you live in?
Avatar, the blue people.
Yep, hell yeah. My answer
Hell
too.
yeah.
If you could be any fictional character, who would you be? And you have to live out their life. Like their character plot. You have to live it out.
Spider-Man.
Hell yeah. Who is the coolest person you know?
Ooh. Coolest person. That's actually so hard. Jordan Theme.
Don't know him.
He's cool.
Who's the person who knows you best?
My mom.
That's sweet. Are you better at talking or listening?
Listening.
If you had to describe yourself as an animal, which animal would it be?
We already did this earlier today.
No, this is dog. This is animal.
Why am I like
Dog,
really
he would be corgi.
No. Let's go with I want to say like a monkey. That'd be kind of
Hell
fun.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
In which place would you be happiest to live?
Colorado.
How do you like your coffee?
Black.
Do you enjoy your parents' company?
Love it.
What was your favorite book when you were a kid?
Magic Treehouse.
Me too! Oh my gosh! Which traits of your parents do you hope to get?
Oh. They just love being with each other and family, so quality time.
I would love that too. Biggest fear?
Not trying hard enough.
Favorite day of the week?
Tuesday.
Weird. Hot take. What instantly calms you down?
Guitar. Yeah.
That's sweet. What is your proudest moment? That is hard to do rapid fire on.
Dude, that is hard.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't know if proudest makes sense for this, but this is what came to mind first. I had been in Colorado all summer with my friends, and it was like probably the first big risks I took with film to just be gone and filming. And anyways, I finally got back, and it was on my birthday, and I met my family at a restaurant that we used to like grow up going to in Waco. And
Aww.
it was, I kind of bawled my eyes out when I got back because I don't know why.
That's
like,
so sweet.
just to see everyone.
Little Colton would be proud.
I guess I say proudest moment because I felt like I was doing what I needed to, but I like missed them, and then they were supporting that, so it's cool.
Damn, that's so sweet. What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Mint chocolate chip. Man, you got a lot, and there's some variety.
Yeah, I know. Last question. What character do you relate to? Any character. Book, movie, film,
Dude,
series.
this is gonna out me so hard, but I'm gonna be real. Spirit, the horse from
I'm
like
done.
now I want to cut that out.
No.
Oh.
Wow, that was a good rapid fire.
I feel like I need to do that for people I ask to talk to.
Do it.
Did you come up with all those?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Pretty good. Well, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for hanging out. We should have like a bye catchphrase.
Yeah. It's probably got to include this. But just,
You know what's going to be on the next podcast is me explaining Need You by Opinion Sparrow lyrics.
we should do another one in
should.
Hawaii, and
We
you
should.
should actually do that. That's all I want it to be. It's just you explaining.
Everyone goes up the coast, us too. Let it be known, all the proud hours I hold around you.
The best part is she thinks she's explaining it, and she's literally just saying them very emphatically. Like, she's just saying the words. But to her, she's explaining it. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
That'll be next time.
That'll be next time. We'll see you guys next time in Hawaii.
We'll see you guys next time. Maybe on a boat.
Maybe on a boat.
That'd be nice.
Maybe on a beach.
Maybe on a surfboard.
Maybe on a surfboard. We will see you guys then.